Yeah, I decided to take a break from Pokemon hats to show off my new Inuyasha hat, which I got for like $7 because they're doing a 50% off clearance sale at a GameStop, and this was in there. I guess I could have gotten a Cowboy Bebop hat with the dog. I mean, it would have been slightly more appropriate for these runs because, you know, at least it would be a dog, and there are dog-based Pokemon like Growlithe and Poochyena. It'd be more fitting than, you know, having it says Sit Boy on it, but, you know, it's fine. I mean, I think it would work better if I used it for, like, maybe an Inuyasha game, but I've already covered the DS game, and I really don't want to play it again. Mostly because it's not that enjoyable. There's just so many random encounters in that game, it'll drive you insane. Like, it got to even me, because some of the areas are a bit maze-like, and you're just going to be constantly getting jumped all the time. It's like one of the only things I really remember about it, is being constantly bothered by enemies, you know? That, and you could buy stat boosters, so I, like, maxed my stats on Inuyasha. At least his attack stat. So he could basically just do a group wipe with his sword, you know, he could use the Wind Scar. But yeah, that's about most of the stuff I remember from that game. That, and it involved, you know, a destructive god and a reincarnation of his kid. You know, it's weird stuff. Sadly, that may not work out the second time we have to do it. Because we are going to have to come back. Do I have any max repels on hand? I forget with this run if I have them or not. Okay, we have one. Sadly, it's not going to work for both trips. Oh, man. Guess it's probably going to burn out before I can get all the way back here again. I only get 250 steps, after all. And it's going to count the steps in here with those. That's going to be like the better part of at least 50 or 60. Team Rocket did it. Or at least a wannabe Team Rocket member. I have to admit, I was thinking about maybe doing a run where I don't do any direct attacks, then realized with Crystal it's basically going to be impossible. Mainly because even if I fight Hoppips, they're going to splash for 40 turns. I don't get Leech Seed, you know, until I get a couple levels. I can't even use Leech Seed on Hoppip. I literally have to let it run out of splashes and kill itself. And I only get like 35 growls, so it still wouldn't work. Yeah, I'd have to do it in like Gold and Silver with Bulbasaur if I was gonna even attempt that. Because then I can go after Kakunas and Metapod. Go after Kakunas or Metapods, depending on which one I'm in. Because Silver gets Metapod, Gold gets Kakuna, if I remember correctly. And if you're playing Crystal, you get Caterpies and Weedles. So you can get, you know, both evolutionary lines at the same time, but you can't fight and evolve, you know, Cocoon Pokemon, which has access to 30 Hardens. And since I can't get any Pokemon I can switch in and out, I'd have to use a ton of berries and potions early on if I was gonna go that route. I have to admit, it both sounds interesting and horrible at the same time. Sort of like dealing with the Moemon run. I'm just like, you know, this is both a good thing and a bad thing, you know. On one thing, it adds a whole new challenge to the game. On the other hand, you know, it takes forever to win any fight, man. Because you're just waiting for the enemy to slowly suck dry. And I don't think Leech Seed does that much damage in Gen 2. I'd have to double check what it does. I know in Gen 1 it does a pitiful, like, 1/16 of the health of the opponent. So it does basically butt kiss. And that game, enemies don't run out of power points, so it'd be impossible to do that kind of run without, you know, at least allowing myself to attack some of the early enemies. Yeah, I waited and I still screwed myself. Whatever, we'll just deal with their bloody Skiplooms. I mean, they're not difficult, it's just I wanted to, you know, skip over if I could. I don't really need the experience right now. Just Return Honor. And down goes Skiploom 1. And come on, it's not the next one. Come on, we gotta drop Skiploom 2. And I'm almost out of fluids again. That's alright, I got some generic soda down there I can grab in a moment. You know, I can refill it. Then I have to run to the bathroom again later, I'm sure. Because they really water down these generic sodas to keep the price down, man. I can taste it. Not that it'll stop me from drinking them. I mean, I suppose I could get out the generic fruit punch flavor I have downstairs as well. Though, that would be even more water heavy. I kind of want to do, you know, 10 episodes of Pokemon Crystal tonight. Without having to make a bunch of trips to the bathroom, because that would be annoying. You know, even if I'm trying to make it fast. Plus, I got like 2 hours to try and do it in, because I also gotta, you know, potentially let the dogs out, because my parents want to go do bingo. So the dogs have to be freed. Potentially. And hopefully Rose is starting to feel better, because, man, she's been having, you know, problems with her digestive tract, man. It's coming out very loose and messy lately, to say the least. Ugh. And I'm sure Maggie's sitting down there crying. She's like, why can't I be let out? I can be trusted in the back room. I'm just like, no you can't. Like, you guys can't be trusted, you know, if I'm back there with you, not to try and destroy something. Like, I've nodded off one time, they started trying to eat the carpet off of a stepping ladder for Rose. Yeah, they literally just ate it. Like why? Like, what are you doing, dogs? You can't eat carpet. Well, you can, but you shouldn't. It's just like, yep. Those pooches can be trouble, man. I don't care about that, or him. And boom. Like, I don't get her boyfriend, man. You know what they call people like you? Pests. You heard me right, pest. Oh, come on, they couldn't make a reference to Team Rocket and have her call us a brat? I mean, come on. I'm surprised she doesn't comment on how many badges we've gotten from her fellow Kanto gym leaders. Like, oh, you've got 8 Johto badges, do you? And you've collected, like, half the Kanto badges as well already? Well, damn, you must be good. Come down to my gym, you know, and make up for, you know, screwing up my date by fighting me. Well, that'll do it for this episode. Until next time, then. See ya.